Hello friends, and welcome to my first vlog style discussion video. So today I want to talk about one particular thing that I'd like to see in the Elder Scrolls 6, if we ever get an Elder Scrolls 6. And that is my idea for the continuation of the Civil War present in Skyrim, as well as how they could turn that into interesting faction quests. Now, if you've played Skyrim, then you know about the Civil War, where we had the province of Skyrim trying to liberate itself from the Tamrielic Empire after the Tamrielic Empire was in the war with the Aldmeri Dominion, the Thalmor, who said nobody in the Empire is allowed to worship the god Talos anymore. So Skyrim, the homeland of Talos, said, hey, we're not happy with that, we're going to keep worshiping Talos, and the Empire, at the request of the Thalmor, who were more powerful than the Empire, said, hey, Skyrim, y'all gotta stop worshiping Talos. And at that point, a civil war broke out because stuff happened. Anyways, now, the trouble was that the Civil War never faced any closure. We did manage to participate in it, and you could even choose sides. You could either say, I'm going to fight with Skyrim to rid it of the Empire and the Thalmor, or I'm going to fight with the Empire to rid Skyrim of the rebels who are trying to upheave everything and setting the Thalmor off again, where we don't need them to be. Problem is, as I said, there was no closure because even though you could kill the main leader in Skyrim of either faction, there was still no point where anybody said, okay, well, the war's over. You couldn't continue the quest any further. Everybody was just like, oh, it's going to be a tumultuous time for a while, no matter which side you went on. So what I would really like to see is an expansion of the Civil War, where the plot of Elder Scrolls 6 will basically be the Thalmor and the Empire are back at war for some reason. Bethesda could work that out on their own, of course. And the Thalmor are assaulting huge parts of the Empire. I could see us playing this game, and we would be in the Somerset Isle, we would be in Valenwood, and we would be in Elsewhere. I think these would be the perfect locations for this new game, because not only have we not seen them since Arena, but we could also be able to experience some extremely varied landscapes in these three different provinces. As for the war quest line that would exist, it would be more than one quest line, based entirely on what role you fulfill as a character. If you are a warrior type, this game would have much more intricate combat, not necessarily God of War based stuff, but something similar to that where there's a whole lot more options for doing different moves. And if you were a warrior, then you would actually go out on the front lines, and they would tell you, okay, well, you need to go kill 30 or 40 bad guys, or you need to go take this fort, or we need you to go kill their general that's over on their side. And you would go do it, and you wouldn't be thinking, oh man, that sounds so boring, I don't want to kill 30 guys, but you'd be thinking, whoa, this combat system is so interesting that I'd love to kill 30 guys in it. The next quest line we would have would be one for magic users. So of course, magic users would probably be pretty similar, in terms that you would still be on the front lines in the war participating. Maybe not the front lines, you'd probably be back towards the back. Because the Thalmor are high elves, they of course have the strongest magical abilities of anybody in the entire Empire. So the Empire would want its very strongest magic casters where they can easily operate as artillery to a degree. So you would have the chance to go into magical battles where there would be enemies on the opposite side who are casting spells. You would be with friendlies who are casting spells across the thing, and it would be just this huge magical war. They would come up with interesting quest ideas. Like, for instance, maybe you have to go and destroy a fort that's actually real-time destructible with your magic. That could be amazing. There's no reason they couldn't do that in modern technology. Making kind of Red Faction-style destruction physics for buildings would be just supremely superb. You could have some quest lines where the idea is to go and find what they're using to learn their magic, like maybe go steal some spellbook shipments or something like that. I'd love to see that fleshed out, just because I love magic in the Elder Scrolls series. I think it's always the most interesting way to fight people, especially in Skyrim where they expanded the spell lists. But I also feel that we are kind of limited in terms of what we can do with the magic. So I want to see new options for using our magic besides, okay, I'm throwing fireballs. I want to see us be able to use fear, charm, those kinds of things, maybe on a massive group of enemies so that they stop fighting and they surrender. Something like that. Finally, the one that's most unique would be a thief specialization quest line. Now, not necessarily thief specialization, but stealth specialization. So in wars, sure, there are frontline battles, but there are also the guys who go behind the enemy lines. Spies, scouts, those kinds of things. And this would be perfect for thief-style characters. Thief-style characters have had the most quest lines unique to them in the Elder Scrolls series, thanks to having not only the Thief Guild, which is the equivalent to the Magic or Fighters Guild, but you also have the Dark Brotherhood, where you're going to assassinate targets, which is another thing that they could expand on in this war. Okay, we want you to go and assassinate their quartermaster, something like that. Seeing this would make the Elder Scrolls 6 have such a much more interesting storyline in terms of not only quest ideas, but quest content and ideas for something that would make the game feel unique among other Elder Scrolls games. It wouldn't have to be the main storyline, but I would say let's at least see 10 quests per each one of those 3 classes. And I think that that would be the perfect follow-up to the Skyrim Civil War storyline. If you guys have any ideas, let me know, because I'm definitely curious to hear them, especially quest ideas for these 3 different class styles and how they could be integrated into a war setting, whether it's guerrilla warfare or just huge open battles like we see in the Lord of the Rings movies. Whatever you've got, let me know in the comments, and I will catch you guys next time.